Michigan, a hot team that won 9 in a row. The Sooners, well, their only loss against number 13 Duke, that was in overtime, 103-99 in a wild one. So expecting a really good game here in the Jumpman, and we are underway as the Sooners win the opening tip. Coming in ranked number 10, one of the best offenses in college basketball, 93 points a game, and most of those in the paint. Here's Beers on a high look. And here's Williams to fire right away. Nice touch there by Sahara Williams for the first basket.
You're going to see execution. You're going to see up-tempo basketball. You're going to see unselfish basketball, and it's not going to get stuck. The difference here is on this end with 5 guards. Can Beers guard on the perimeter? Because at some point she's going to have to.
Like I said, it's not going to get stuck. The ball's going to be moving. Now look at the starting lineups brought to you by Novon Health. And for the Sooners, now look for Verhulst to shoot the ball too.
Best scorer, Dave. Reagan Beers and Peyton Verhulst both average more points than last year's Big 12 Player of the Year. That's how talented they are.
Beers run a double as she often does, but it's going to go the other way. Olsen gives it up. Cam Schrader with a long one. That won't drop. And a rebound picked off by Oklahoma.
Nevaeh Tot, a 5th-year senior, number 1, smallest player on the floor.
At 5'3".
Barely. I'm not even sure she's 5'3". Feels like Michigan is tilting the floor. They run so hard, and they run wide, and it's challenging to defend in transition.
Be 2 shots here from Mila Holloway. This is a homecoming for Mila. She is a Charlotte native and part of Michigan's terrific 5-member freshman class ranked number 8 by ESPN.
Her brother, Aiden Holloway.
Sooners averaging in double figures. As a team, they shoot 50%.
And they lead the nation in assists. So they move the ball like that. In the slot, Nevaeh Tot knocks down a triple. She doesn't make many, but she doesn't look to score that much. But she's definitely does her job well right here, setting the tone on the defensive end.
Here's Hobbs to lift, and it rattles home from 3-point land. Michigan's lone returning starter knocks it down. Verhulst on the baseline. Nice little turnaround. That's a sweet shot.
Peyton Verhulst has improved her game. She has gotten better off the bounce. She was known as a 3-point shooter. Her defense has gotten better. She's really thrived under Jenny Baranczyk at Oklahoma.
Jenny Coach of the Year, and it's going to be scooped up by Van. She'll lay it in. Skylar Van with a basket. Here's Swords. Swords with the ball. Looks far more a veteran. She's just a freshman. That time couldn't wriggle free. Holloway in and out. Rebound tapped out, and it'll be Oklahoma ball. Beers will hit the bench for a little breather.
They have a lot of depth at Oklahoma. They do play a lot of people.
Scott inside. Nice play.
Oklahoma doing a really good job. High hands on the catch.
Olsen will pull up at the elbow. That'll rattle in.
Those in this part of the country know Alyssa Usby, who plays for the University of North Carolina. Olivia Olsen reminds me of Usby. Maybe with a little bit better skill set right now as a freshman.
Olsen can really score 17 points a game. She and Swords, the 2 highest ranked freshmen in program history. So they're going to be very entertaining there in Ann Arbor for a long time. That one's stolen away. Hobbs with it, takes it in strong for 2.
Good D by Hobbs. Denies the post up, gets the steal, and then takes it coast to coast.
Oklahoma will not wait. The jump shot won't fall. Off the mark by Alexi Keys just into the game. But a good shooter. Also this time with a follow away. Got it. Hit the deck. No whistle there, but Keys gives it up for Van before the shot. A 3-second violation.
I come over to say hello. You know, hey, keep an eye on 3 seconds.
They like to live in that paint. A little short by Hobbs. Sooners will push it in transition.
Michigan doing a good job matching up.
Williams got it up there and it rolled in. Great spin on it.
That's a tough 2. Look at the pace of this game. The shot clock's at 27, and Silas Swords.
For Lisa Bluter there, scored over 1,700 points in her own right. An outstanding player. Beers going to kick it out. Keys will stick it from three-point land.
You have to make Reagan Beers a passer because she's 73% in the paint. That is her 14th assist.
Back inside and flipped up and a miss from short range by Van Timmeren. Sooners trying to build on a slender lead here. Trying to do it from three-point land, and they will. Tot just hit the deck. Shot clock is at 5 on the entry pass. They'll get it outside now. The shot won't drop for Camp Schrader.
I mean, Beers rebounds it and just starts throwing it towards midcourt, right? They just run hard. You will very rarely see any Oklahoma player come back to get the outlet.
The Beers trying to get position downstairs to get an entry pass, but they are really pushing on her, and now she hits the deck and they foul her. Beers to the line. Tail end of the first quarter in Charlotte at the third annual Jumpman Invitational.
This Oklahoma team going into the SEC for their first year of conference play is going to be really interesting because they play a different pace than anyone else in the league. And as a team, they make 9 threes a game. Playing this pace is going to be really fun to watch.
Holloway trying to take the corner. Down to the last 5 seconds. Her follow-away shot won't go. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So a late run there by Oklahoma. See how many get in from both conferences come NCAA tournament time. But most people are talking about maybe 10. Dawn Staley said 10 anyway on the women's side when I saw her at South Carolina on Saturday. And Todd Golden, the Florida head coach, as they won against North Carolina tonight, he thought at least 12 for the men.
Yeah, Joe Lenardi on the men's side has 13 out of the SEC.
So Oklahoma trying to build on their lead. Van bouncing it hard. Back out to her sister, Zaya, who will slash inside and draw the foul. So for Zaya Van, 2 shots. It's smooth there. Needs Swords to get going. 37% beyond the three-point line. An outstanding shooter. Grabowskaia inside. Got it to go.
Yeah, Grabowskaia with that nice black eye she got in practice the other day. She's got to be able to be a threat against Beers, put a little pressure on her.
That's going to be a turnover on a carry.
Beers does have that 1 foul. She doesn't want to pick up a second before the break. I think Jenny Baranczyk would sub her out.
Hobbs in heavy traffic, but the return is up and in. Before halftime, she's not been a major factor yet. Oklahoma, no points since Reagan Beers left the game.
Really good anticipation on the back row by Holloway.
Here's Hobbs around and out. Another battle for the rebound. And let them play on. The miss by Corliss Daniels, but then a foul.
Just both these teams like to play fast. For both these teams, you're going to make them play in the quarter court. You're not going to let them get transition opportunities. They're too good. So you have to take something away, and that's, to me, that's on the top of the scout for both these teams.
Berholz trying to kick it back out, but gave it away. That'll produce a fast break opportunity and laid up and in by Holloway. And a 7-0 run for Michigan to close the gap to 2.
Brooke Quarles-Daniels has done a nice job off the bench. She's made some defensive plays, and she's helped them score in transition.
Came in averaging only 6 points a game, but a transfer from Oakland. She scored about 800 points there. Van trying to maneuver inside. Can't knock that down. Right now it's Michigan with all the momentum. Here's the jump man. Mila Holloway got it. A 2-pointer.
I don't think we'll see any more Beers in this half with those 2 fouls. And Michigan has been able to go on a 7-0 run without Beers on the floor.
Entry pass here for Scott. Shot clock was down to 1. Got it up there in time, but couldn't hit it. Wolverines trying to take the lead back. Here's a pull-up hop and off the front of the iron by Olsen. They'll get a second effort as the rebound's tapped out high. Here's Holloway. Yes. A 3-pointer for Van. Oklahoma no points in almost 6 minutes, and finally that comes to an end as Williams drives in for two.
Really nice job of setting up the back cut because Van dribbles right at the defender. You want to dribble at the defense to freeze them just for a second so you can get that backdoor cut.
Olivia Olson came in 17 points a game and a travel on Holloway at the lead, down a point.
Look at how hard Oklahoma cuts. You got to jump to the ball and you got to make sure you have high hands.
Scott lost command of it and gave it away right to Olson.
Just out of control.
Short jumper, got it. Smart decision. Five-star recruit who led her high school to back-to-back state titles in Minnesota.
Olivia Olson came to campus and in the first conditioning workout ran a 5-minute, 40-second mile.
Holloway with a jumper, in and out. Back over to the Sooners.
But I'll tell you the same thing about Oklahoma. They're just a little bit stronger because they're a little bit older.
Entry pass and a tough catch, but Skylar Van made it. Entry pass stolen away and a foul.
I'm going to waive her for one more year, so she has the opportunity to return to Oklahoma next year.
Success at 14.6 rebounds. And an excellent foul shooter up near 90%. Sooners by 3. Let's see if they can get Swords going. And a collision and a... Zaya Van with a spin into the lane and left it short. Michigan trying to push it. And that'll rattle in from three-point land. Todd calls out a play, down to 6. They'll swing it here. Van's jumper, and that didn't get there, and that's the end of the half. So it started out with high-octane basketball. Michigan ranked number 20, Oklahoma number 10. Their men's teams will do battle on this same floor tomorrow night in what will be night number 2 of the Jumpman Invitational. Michigan opens up with the basketball in the second half.
We talk about Michigan playing with 5 guards, but I think their length and their ability to play in the gaps is a little bit underrated. I mean, they did a good job on Reagan Beers and limiting her touches. She's going to have to work a little harder to get position against Michigan, and they're going to have to play inside out to set her up.
Mila Holloway had a good, solid first half for Michigan, misfiring with the first jumper of the second.
Getting ready, getting warmed up for the second 20.
On target to get started, and so a good beginning for the second half. Peyton Burholz with a 3, the 6'1" senior. And a quick strike on the other end.
Wasn't happy with the turnovers, the fouls. She said they got to take the refs out of it, stop running into people, be smarter. But she also said without Reagan Beers picking up that second foul, that obviously changed the tone of the game. And she thinks this second half will be different. But the foul trouble and turnovers were her big concern.
Nice scoop shot here off the window by Hobbs. Myron, I'm interested to know which did you select? The unfiltered version or the filtered version?
I selected whichever one she wanted. She picked the Reader's Digest version, but I think she really wanted to give me the unfiltered.
Holloway, the Charlotte freshman. Hobbs wants to fire it. That didn't touch anything. Flipped up and in by Swords on the catch.
She's working hard for position, and Olivia Olson doing a good job defending, and she comes up with a rebound.
Olson Arando sprints to get started, as you mentioned before the game.
Well, they have some very good, talented freshmen.
USF at noon Eastern. And then Iowa State and Oklahoma State at 5 p.m. All coming up on Saturday. They want Beers underneath the dribble down and 2. She can do that all day. Swords on the cut. Hobbs in the lane, the runner, yes.
What a nice play.
Over the top, Scott rolling inside for 2. Well-designed play there. She exploded for 21 against Central Michigan. Swords pulls up, can't drain it. And they let the ball bounce out and averaging 17 points a game, but this has not been her night, at least not yet. Beers flings it up there. She draws the foul.
Good footwork, catches everything, and can make free throws.
Averaging a double-double at 18 and 10 tonight. 5 points. Let's see if she owns the fourth quarter. Holloway with a jumper. Looked good coming off the hand. Couldn't hit it though. Tied at 39.
You gotta like that. Sila Swords is trying to make a play when she's not scoring. She's still trying to do something to add value as Lexi Keys drills a triple in transition. That skip pass is fantastic.
The last 2 games coming in, she was 6 for 13 from three-point land. A 7-0 run. Olsen. Trying to drive it. Scott takes it away. And now throws that one to the sideline. Van went for the save right into one of our cameramen. A terrific play, but right back to Michigan. The jumper won't fall by Crockett. Gets it back in the swing. Swords. Got it in close. Graboskaya can't hit.
Nobody walks the ball up the court in this one. And look at that deep seal in the basket. Incredible athleticism. Makes me wonder why they're not playing basketball.
I figured you'd go there.
Of course I'm going there.
I know where your head is. 44-39 Oklahoma. Last 4 minutes, a nice play here to bank it in.
Good job by Kim Barnes-Rico.
And some late night basketball here from Charlotte. Yet another player hitting the floor hard, Williams.
And that Oklahoma averages just south of 93 points a game. 4th in the nation, particularly here in the second half.
In the last 2 minutes of the third. Hobbs with a triple. Got it.
Hobbs has been outstanding. Plays hard, understands her role, stays aggressive on both ends of the floor.
Verhulst banks it in. A quick strike on the other end. Under 90 to go here in the third quarter, and another whistle. Put him into this game 13 for 13.
That's what you want in your point guard, right? The ability to close out a game late.
And made 1 of 2. So a 3-point lead for the Sooners. And stolen away by Michigan. A lot of traffic in that lane. Holloway on the bounce, Olsen, and denied there by Beers on the clean block. Outside jumper, and that won't drop. It was Verhulst with the block on the other end.
Wants to give a break, but hates to take off the floor, right? Because she just makes so many things happen.
Hobbs in foul trouble with 4. And Kent Schrader also with 4. Tend to get up a shot here for the Wolverines. Olsen with an elbow jumper, can't get it to go. Rebounded away and up and in. Graboskaya right there.
She set the screen. She rolls to the rim for the air board.
4 seconds to shoot for Oklahoma at the end of the third. That's partially blocked by Olsen. And that's going to be it for the 3 quarters of play, with Oklahoma on top 50-47.
So excited about the 12-team playoff. Oh, there's a turnover off the jump, off the timeout to start the quarter. That's just a lack of focus.
And Keys able to lay it in easily.
And a really heads-up play by Keys.
52-47, Oklahoma underway in the fourth. Swords can't get it up there. And another foul. She gets just a little bit of a break. That one batted away and stolen. Here comes Holloway. Holloway working with Swords who will lay it up and in. What a beautiful run break, the best of the night. Reagan Beers working on a high post. Beers has more fouls than made two-pointers, and that one will drop in from three-point lines. Lead back up to 6, and a foul as Holloway is hit while attempting a three. And back at the line with a miss. Carolina was down 17 in that game, 12 at halftime. They rallied, took the lead, but in the end, Florida pulled it out and remains undefeated. The fourth top 10 team that North Carolina has lost to already.
That was a tough one because they really had an opportunity to win. They had the ball tied with a minute 47. They turned it over and they missed the front end of a 1-and-1. And Florida made the plays. They offensive rebounded at the end of the game.
Nia Van bouncing inside, draws the foul. Cam Schrader also has 4 for Michigan. So look at that foul trouble. And that's a long list for Michigan. Holloway comes away with it and fouled on the play.
It's not by feel or instinct, it's rules.
Shot clock a factor now, down to 4. They're passing it around. Olsen's got to heave it up there. And it never touched the iron, so shot clock violation.
They know personnel.
Here's Keys. Got it.
Over-helping. And Keys in the deep corner. That's her second.
Her dad also played for the Canadian national team back in 2000. Shot clock down to 2. Do they see it? Yeah, the fall away, but it won't drop. Grabowski with the left hand, though. So Oklahoma trying to get into double figures in the lead here against Michigan. Van will let it fly and hit the 3.
They left the ball. A couple of defensive errors here in this latter stages of the fourth quarter by Michigan.
Little 7-0 run for the Sooners. Grabowski returns it back up and in. Players in foul trouble on both sides. Deb Antonelli has 4.
I fouled you over here. They just haven't blown the whistle.
That would be shocking. Williams in the paint. And she commits the foul on offense.
Look at Williams' motor. She is tough.
Did a great job here on Swords and picked off. Skylar Van ahead of the field will lay it in.
You don't very rarely get an assist on defense, but I'm giving it right now to Sahara Williams.
Hunter Salas, one of the top players in the country. And going to be drilled by Sila. Michigan caught a break as Oklahoma tossed it out. Got a chance at another 3. Entry pass for Beers and converted.
That could just be punishing.
See, Swords is heating up. That one blocked out of the sky by Verhulst.
Time to score right here if you're Oklahoma. You want to take a little clock and then you want to dump it on the block to Beers.
Turn around here. That shot will drop by Van. She had a different thought. Last 2 minutes coming up in our nightcap. Olsen back off for Holloway. Her runner is around the good. Verhulst harassed in the backcourt and fouled by Swords. Gave them a heck of a game. Wound up losing 68-62.
A different way to win, right? And, I mean, it wasn't, and they've been able to separate here at the end, not allow Michigan to get back in it.
Holloway's drive. Heading to the 10, she'll draw the foul. And Liz Scott back on now for Oklahoma. Only 9 points for Reagan, and this one came in averaging 18.
And she's fine with it, right? And she's happy to get the W.
As we said earlier, she's happy about everything. She plays with a lot of joy. Michigan to push the tempo with about a minute to go. Holloway around the back. She's had a nice homecoming here. Charlotte product will drop that one in.
She has played well.
Talented freshman. She has 20. And 86% foul shooter. Scott picks up the miss. And now Tot gives off for Verhulst. She'll take her time here. Oklahoma on top 71-62. Shot clock down to 6 and another whistle. She and her sister Zaya so back to a 10-point lead for the Sooners. And Oklahoma will pick up the win as Holloway tried to add her a 20-point total there.
Oklahoma has a couple of non-conference games before they start conference play with Texas on January 2nd. Then they go at Tennessee, at Mississippi State. No fun there. That's going to be tough, and that'll be a great way to segue into the SEC.
That's right. Sooners in the SEC now. Absolutely packed. And they're an outstanding team, and they pick up the win by a final score of 72-62. And they end Michigan's 9-game winning streak.